Hello and welcome to your iSolved HCM benefits training for client users. If you are a payroll professional, you are most likely familiar with deductions. These are the codes that we use in iSolved to deduct money from the employees for benefits. They're typically associated with medical, dental, vision, 401k deferrals, or other types of insurance. In a payroll-only system, the deductions are set up for each individual employee. The amount for the deduction is associated with the specific deduction code to take out a dollar amount from each employee's check. This type of deduction is called a straight deduction. By using the benefits module many functionalities, you don't have to use straight deductions. Some of these benefits include being able to manage eligibility, then manage probationary periods, set up COBRA integrations that seamlessly integrate carrier feeds. Carrier feed integrations send data across to your carriers. Open enrollment, new hire, and live event online enrollment for your employees, client-level calculations, and have more in-depth reporting options, as well as ACA compliance, and this is all in one system. Begin by logging into your iSolved HCM account. We will begin by navigating to Eligibility Rules. Navigate to Client Management, Benefits, and Eligibility Rules. We are able to define our filters that are going to be on our plan. Here, we can use these different filters on these eligibility rules to define who's eligible for this, also by placing eligibility rules on the benefit plan. The system can help you make sure a person doesn't accidentally get enrolled in a benefit that they should not have. We can also manage probationary periods, which are handled under the benefit plan setup. This is where we define the new probation period. The benefit module allows us to specify when an employee is eligible to start the benefit plan. This is usually defined by another type. We can also base on a miscellaneous or MISC field as well. This helps the administrator stay on top of their benefits and know exactly when an employee's benefits should start automatically. This makes the manual calculation process obsolete. Using Infinisource COBRA services, we can also set up COBRA integration for our clients. This allows you to take action in iSolved to terminate, add new hires, or other actions associated with benefits which automatically flow across to the COBRA department and trigger a qualifying event. At that time, the general notice is mailed out and you are not required to enter the action in iSolved and the COBRA platform. Using the benefit plans allows you to send your enrollment data files using an EDI file. EDI files cannot pull from the straight deduction codes. They must use the benefits module. We must have the provider created and attached to the plan. This cuts down on the amount of time the admin is managing enrollments with the carriers, as well as makes your billing more accurate due to the fact that enrollments go over systematically and are automatically scheduled so that the carriers are always receiving the most up-to-date data from iSolved. Open enrollment allows us to create the open enrollment periods. It allows us the opportunity to have the open enrollment online tool available for employees and administrators. The employee walks through an online wizard displaying options for benefits available to them. It's a very user-friendly environment containing cost and plan information, making this a simple place for benefits to reside and be presented. In addition, system-level calculations allow for using rate tables, which link bands to determine what amount should be deducted for every employee in that benefit plan. These can be based on coverage codes, tiers, age bands, benefit classes, departments, locations, and so much more. The system only needs to know which coverage the employee chose. Then you can update that code during open enrollment or when those codes need to be updated. This can be done in a company-wide fashion, cutting the time down when compared to payroll only that updates each individual employee. This also gives you more functionality for reporting. Several reports are only available with the benefits module, and they're going to open up a lot of information for you, such as benefit census and total compensation, just to name a few. The ACA functionality works hand in hand with the benefit module to track variable employees and offer the medical benefits automatically if they work over the ACA threshold during the specific measurement period. These options help you manage which plans are considered MEC and MEV and which ones are affordable for the employees. One of the very best reasons for using the benefits module is that it's all in your one iSolved HCM system. You will have one database for payroll and benefits, and that means you don't have to enter in a new employee or current employee's information in all of these different places just to have a benefit change. The benefits automatically flow across the payroll, updating their deductions, their memos, and earnings, things that are going to be tied to the benefits. Just as workforces are diverse, so is the insurance world. There are many variations to plans, policies, providers. It's almost impossible to cover them all. The benefit carrier and the employer work with a broker to come up with a contract for each of those policies. There is no one size fits all in the insurance world, and there's a million different ways to present a bill to execute a charge for any given benefit. iSolve's benefit module makes writing these options easy. The IRS sets limits, but iSolved allows us to build the benefit module to the client's and carrier specifications while adhering to those IRS limitations. Some benefit contracts do not follow normal rules. They can have multiple benefit classes, differences in policies based on age, gender, use of tobacco, calculations even based on the number of people, including dependents, enrolled on the plans. iSolved provides the tools and options to adapt to every changing benefit plan, which helps you and your clients build the best possible benefit plan. Now let's take a look at the deductions. The deductions are going to be the employee paid portion of benefits. These are the codes that record any deduction or money taken from the employee's paycheck or benefits. The deduction code ties directly to the benefit plan, and you can see the deduction codes are tied to that benefit plan by a red warning code on any deduction code. Memo calculations are the employer-paid portion of benefits. If deductions or memo codes are tied to the benefit setup module, we must navigate to the Employee Management Benefit Plan Setup page to modify those amounts. Earnings can be tied to benefits as well. The earnings code could be things like fringe benefits, showing that the earning cannot be paid, but some benefits might need an earnings code to increase their taxable wages, such as LTD wash and domestic partner or group term life taxable amounts on your company paid life insurance. These are all codes that we could possibly build in an earning that would be for benefits. Navigating to payroll processing, we're going to discuss the client's payroll run schedule and how that impacts benefits. The payroll run schedule shows the pay date and the period end dates. There are currently two ways of handling benefit plans. They can either be pulled by pay date or pulled by period end date, depending on which way it is configured for the benefit, and that depends on when the deduction or when the memo codes will pull on a payroll. If you do this by period end date, that means that the benefit must be effective on or before your period end date. If you're using pay date as your qualifier, then the benefit plan must be effective on or before the pay date to be on that paycheck. So, understanding when the pay date and the period end date happens depends on what you've picked for your benefit plan to go off of and greatly help you understand when those deductions and those memo codes will pull over on those checks. Let's talk about the difference between the pay date and the run date. The run date is when the payroll is processed. So, if you do not get your benefits in before the run date, they are not going to pull with that paycheck. And then the pay date would be when those deductions would take place. The next topic is third parties, found under Client Management, Payroll, Third Parties. This is the area of iSolved used to build out the provider information. This demo client uses Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, and the third party type is Benefit Provider. This is where we can set up the payee information as well. So, if we wanted to create an individual ACH or type of money going to the actual provider, it all gets set up on the third party area. And those third parties are built and tied directly into the benefit plan themselves. Now that we have built and we have assigned the benefits to the employees, it's time to get them enrolled. Navigate to Employee Admin Tools, Employee Administration, Enrollment Management. The Enrollment Management page defaults to Eligible to Enroll. On the left side of your screen, you will find filter options. The filter options indicate enrollment period and enrollment status. I will tick the box for the 2021 test, and you'll notice that the filters button opened for me and it turned a hot pink color. If I selected all and filtered, I would pull in all enrollment statuses. If I wanted to see not started, in progress, reopened, complete, or paper forms required, I would be able to select those and use the filter option or button to pull in only those findings. So I want to go to enrollments in progress. If I look at my 2020 open enrollment, I see nothing. 2019, 16, and 12, I see nothing. But if I come back up to the 2021 test, I do see on the enrollments in progress tab. This is where I come to see and check on everybody who is in the enrollment process. We'll notice that we have tick boxes underneath the reset. I can also see the employee's name, number, benefit plan type, benefit plan, coverage. So is this EE only? Will it be family, employee plus spouse, employee plus one? And then the date and the time. So I could select all and then process. You'll also find that as you go through the pending approvals, this is where you go to approve those folks. I will find some folks here as well. Again, I could tick the top box and it would select everyone who is here. I could also reject the top box to reject everyone who is here. But if I want to approve this person, I would tick the box. I need to drop down because notice this is grayscale. So I need to drop down and I can then approve the selected transactions. Another thing that you could do is approve all of the transactions. Be careful with this one because it could potentially approve folks who maybe you do not want to approve yet. So always look over them and make sure that that is what you want to do. Again, a safe way is to make sure that you're selecting the folks that you do want to approve. Or another shortcut would be if you only have maybe one person that you're going to reject or something, you could also go in and you could reject that person as well. So I'm going to approve here and process and select OK. And now it shows me that my enrollments pending approval list is empty. I manage an enrollment. This would just show me, of course, the enrollment period for those folks. and then anyone who is pending the request, and then enrollment report. And in doing so, I have now reset those. So that's another one to be aware of. Don't accidentally think, oh, I'm coming here to approve everyone. We want enrollments pending approval. This is where you approve or reject the pending EOI request. So your evidence of insurability tab. And then the last one that I'm going to show you here is your enrollment reports. These are really handy. So this is where you could come. You're going to select first, of course, your enrollment period from your drop-down pick list. If you wish to run the approval, the enrollment status, and you would select that report type, and you can even select your output type. So if I wanted one in Excel, I would select that and then generate that report. It's going to download to the bottom corner of my screen. If I wanted to see the approval statuses, I could do that. There's also an approval live events. You saw that just downloaded for me. And then I can also run this in PDF, generate report, and this is going to open up in a window for me. I can open up my Excel spreadsheet. And now I'm able to see what has been started and not started. Nice that is. And of course you can see first and last name, service email, if they had a phone number, values and things of that nature. And what I really like here is once they've completed it, you have the complete date as well. On that note, while we're looking at this report as well, your employees will also see in their open enrollment wizard if they have completed the process or if it is still incomplete. And this is the report in a PDF file. So as you can see, this is very, very easy to use. It's very user friendly, and you have completed your benefits training. Good luck to you in the future.